Hey friends, Steve Guttenberg here, and I am the audiophiliac. I hear from people all the time that high-end audio prices are crazy, they're insane, they're just out of control. And some of them are, but there's lots of affordable stuff that's awfully, awfully good. But there's this other part of music that's really insane and crazy expensive, and that is ticket prices to see aging rock stars. Take Elton John. He's playing at Madison Sq Garden, or he has, and I think he's got more shows. So somebody was telling me about a show that they spent, or heard about someone who spent $8,000 for an Elton John ticket. $8,000? Wow, we're talking high-end audio prices. Now, meanwhile, here's a bit of history. I saw Elton John at Madison Square Garden, and I think it was 40 years ago. You know what I paid? Actually, I bought it from a scalper on the street because he was desperate to sell the tickets. And I paid $8. $8 to see Elton John. Now, there's a ratio, $8, 8,000. I have a feeling my show was a lot better than today's show for $8,000. Now, of course, that's a scalp ticket price, but I did check with Ticketron before I made this video, and the legitimate price for the best seats right now are $1,800. So if you go with your wife or significant other, you'll be shelling out $3,600 to see Elton John for 2.5 or 3 hours. Wow. Now, of course, it's an experience, and if you've never seen Elton, I kind of get it and everything, but that seems kind of extreme to me. And then there's Elton John. Then there's Bruce Springsteen. He's playing Broadway. People love that show. Love it, love it, love it. Again, those prices to see Springsteen, the really good seats, they're being scalped for many thousands of dollars. The top legitimate box office price for a ticket is $500 to see Mr. Springsteen for a few hours. Again, I saw Springsteen also in the late 70s or 80s at Nassau Coliseum, and it cost me like $18 or $20. I think he was better then. Anyway, so, times change, and so here's an interesting comparison. At the Fillmore East in New York City in 1968, 1969, and I think into 1970, the ticket prices did not go up and down depending on who was playing them. The ticket prices stayed the same. For Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin or The Doors or Janis Joplin, the ticket prices were $3, $4, and $5. Anybody. You could see anybody there. Everybody, every major band of the 60s played the Fillmore East and presumably the Fillmore West, but I was here in New York. And the only bands, it's easy to talk about who didn't play there, the Beatles, the Stones, and Bob Dylan. Those are the only three major bands of the 60s that didn't put on shows at the Fillmore East. $3, $4, and $5. Minimum wage, which is what I was making at that point, was $1, $1.25 an hour. So for 3 hours of my labor, I could see Led Zeppelin. Pretty good, right? Now, of course, in those days, the ratio was that music wasn't free. Recorded music wasn't free. You had to pay for it. Now it's free. You could see anything, right, on YouTube and pay $0 for it. But that's how the artists are surviving, is by charging through the nose to their fans to see them in concert. Now, not every band and not every situation. I'm just using extreme examples to make my case here. But yeah, it's kind of a weird bargain that the fans made with the bands. That we'll rip off your music. We can get it for free and never pay you a dime. But on the other hand, if we want to see you for the experience, hundreds, thousands of dollars will be charged for that privilege. Okay, it's the way it works now. It's all good. Now, to me, I saw the last time I spent a lot of money to see a band, I saw the Rolling Stones at Madison Square Garden in the nosebleed section. So it's like 10 years ago, and I paid $200. And, it was okay. I would never spend $200 to see anybody ever again. And, where's I going with that? There was a reason I brought up the whole thing. Oh, so who would I spend a lot of money to see? Oh, if John Lennon and George Harrison suddenly materialized and were back to life, and the Beatles reformed and played Madison Square Garden, I'd gladly pay $8,000 to see the Beatles back at Madison Square Garden. I don't think that's going to happen, so I'm kind of safe making that claim. So, but if it happens, somehow they weren't really dead and they came back and they were in good shape and they put on great shows, I would pay $8,000. But seriously, I wouldn't spend $200 to see any band on planet Earth that I'm aware of right now. Not going to happen. I'm gonna buy their records, though. I'm not going to listen to their music for free. I'm going to cough up $20 to buy their LP or CD happily, and I do it all the time. But $200 to see them live? No, I don't think so. Anyway, where do you stand on the live versus recorded balance of things? Where are you? What do you pay for when it comes to music? Recorded music or live music? I want to hear from you in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.